we won't have a meeting after that either.
Yeah, we want a meeting. All right, guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen and triangles. Welcome to the Triglaming Times, or as I lovingly call it, the clusterfuck. Today we got my co-host Kylon with us today. We have Opus Magnus, executor of Kybernuts Clade, Chief Onion, and then Reese, who is away from Strybog. This is kind of our Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead episode. Smokey's officially dead. Which was fun and exciting to finally kill it, even though it was low power mode and everything. I was happy to watch it go boom. I mean, before we get too deep into the woods talking about our history with edencon and EM and all that stuff, just quick fun feelings from you guys about watching it go boom.
It was great. That was been a target that we had, shot at many times the past few months, long months, and to watch it finally explode. Sad there was no like fight around it, but either way, it went boom, and I was happy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I had fun watching it go boom. I mean, because we did meme shit on it too sometimes. Like
How
when we
many
did
how many times do you think it's been reinforced altogether?
I mean, I know
a
we
lot.
reinforced it, or I reinforced it with my tunes at least twice that no one knew about, and yeah, so I mean, a lot.
We ding donged it in the drama Vic swarm just for shits and giggles. I know it was hit multiple times. We refed it just to ref it sometimes, and sometimes we'd show up and there'd be like 30. It'd be armor timer and there'd be like 30 EM in the structure, and it's like, yeah, no, we're all in bombers. There's only like 15 of us. So yeah, it's been hit a lot, which is fine with me. Um, but yeah, it was cool to go boom, and everyone that was there can yell at Opus all you want. He got the kill mail and didn't realize it.
It was true.
Nice.
We're on our way back, and I'm like, "What's this notification? Oh, I got the kill. Sweet."
I got the kill mail. Um, yes, I'm drinking my obligatory beer for this episode, like every episode. Got to do it. Yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, we had some nervous moments. I mean, because the field had so many different people on there. Pandemic Horde scared us a little bit because Kybernauts came out in our Leshaks, Nesters, and Zarmzods, so not really it's a structure bashing fleet, not a deal with too many other ships fleet. So had a couple nervous moments, but it's still fun. What I don't want to toot our horn too much. As Kybernauts Clade, but it was kind of funny with us being fashionably late and still. I think almost every one of our shacks ended up in the top 20.
Yeah, y'all did have a good showing for that one.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I like seeing it die, just because I've been on. I want to say we ref. I want to say I personally was on. I think 5 or 6 shield demolishings on it, and then would go back for the reinforcement and into armor, and we back down. So it's fun to finally see it go boom. All right, so let's kind of get into the nitty gritty. EM had another structure. What was it in Scarcon? That went down really fast when Pachman was created. Um, and then Smokey. Well, we kind of talked about our.
Arguably the thing that started the whole war between Streetbog and EM.
Yep. And it was fun to do. I mean, it was fun because we do defense fleets, and then we sometimes just switch ships, and travel over to hit. Excuse me, to hit Smokey. So that was fun to do all the time, but I'm so happy it's fucking dead. Like we don't really have structures anymore. Like as the Triangle Alliance, like as a Triangle Coalition, I should say. Like we don't really have them anymore. We have some of us have access to some structures, but God, is it good that like people that like edencon don't have shit.
Being
Well,
free of structures is a nice thing too.
Oh yeah.
It is
Well,
nice.
I can't
Yeah,
say anything.
well, I think that with the last the EM structure or EM pro EM structures out there, right, gone, it feels from I guess from a lore perspective, right, our piece perspective, then yay, we've purged the our space of any outsiders, right? I guess you could say, or at least from EMs, edencon. But I do think that I think if they had generated more content, I think they'd been if EM had made incursions into our space more often, it might have been maybe fun to keep around to keep that. But
Yeah,
we didn't really they didn't really do that with that.
that's what I want to shoot their ships. I didn't really care too much for shooting their structure. I was tired of hearing about it. Um, so I'm glad that it blew up in that regard.
Yeah.
And
Like ending a chapter.
that's ultimately that's the reason. EM actually showed up. It was a different group that killed our structures in Harvest, were ITC structures, and EM actually showed up to help on a couple of those. So we felt funny about attacking their structure after they helped us defend ours. But
Yeah.
so that's why we took a small Boucher fleet, and Jazz got bored really quick and took advantage of the fact that we were not blue to Pleasure Hub.
I don't think anyone really is anymore.
And that would have been. I wish I could have given Jazz a better fight, because honestly, I was playing around with the overview at the time, trying to get a good look at the battlefield, and realizing that there were no enemies there, or none, not the enemies I had expected.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the Pleasure Hub Jackdaws jumped on us a little bit, and we were mostly fine. We lost our Draugr in that first volley, but we got off, and then we came back, and the Horde fleet had been informed that Pleasure Hub had attacked us, but the communication got mixed up, and Horde warped over and killed Toast instead of Pleasure Hub. So that's it sucks when that happens, but just say it wasn't the battle we were expecting. It was still a battle.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's happened to me a lot. Friendly fire when people aren't all in the same fleet. It happens very frequently to me anyway.
I really wish there was more of a fight for the last timer. They put out a little bit of a fight for the second timer, but I wanted a big fight to have a nice little end for them and for us at that last timer.
yeah, instead of the little whimper and then Arcia
Oh,
making your comments in local, and it was like, okay,
yeah.
thanks for the token response in in local, cool.
No.
Yeah, but whatever. What can you do? So yeah, Pandemic Horde, what, had like 108 people show up. Strybog had what, 45. Kybernauts, we had 17, which was just mainly the shacks. Some of Jazzy Jazz people hit the structure, and then a lot of other random people that I think were, they're either,
Or eating malts.
yeah, or just affiliated with different sections of like fringe groups that are blue with others. So, all right.
I was really honestly expecting a bunch of bad phones to be called and a big fight to happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we were like, who are they gonna bat phone? Like, let's see. And it was funny to see some of the bombs. I mean, I know we got hit by one of the bombs at one point. So at least they were manning their structure and doing something to pester people, but it wasn't much. It was a token defense of one person manning the structure. It was, yeah, whatever. It's dead. We can all sing and dance and run around. But oh well. It's just one less thing to hit when I do my Domovic Storms. Which, on that note, I know some of you guys on my Discord server, I had to cancel the last one for Death in the Family, so it kind of threw off recording schedules too. So I'll post that up. Yeah, I'll post that up. Post up, a poll again on the Discord server, so we can figure out when we want to go out and waste some more of my Domovics, because I have way too many of them to hand out. So we'll do another one of those soon. All right, let's veer left a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about. I know you're just a line member. You're not, HR or anything, Reese.
No,
Actually, he is. Actually, he is.
I am HR, but I can't talk on that
Yeah, no,
capacity.
yeah, no. But I mean, we know you're here as a line member. So dealing with Pandemic Horde, we all know you guys have been working with Pandemic Horde a little bit, and now those structures are starting to open up to you guys. So that should be interesting, to say the least.
Well, I mean, we're neutral to pandemic horde.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
And
what I heard.
They
Last
have
what I heard.
temporary blue
Yeah.
for the structure bash.
yeah, it was a temp blue.
Oh, okay.
It was only for that bash. It was a mutual agreement just to get, just to make sure we could take care of Smoke and be done with it, close that chapter in our lives and move on.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. I mean,
And it feels
like,
good.
oh God, we're all raining on the death of Smokey, which is great.
Yeah, but it is like a milestone for a lot of trig groups.
Yeah, finally evicted everyone that was not at least pro triangle in some way.
There's a lot of people in the triangle now, but
Yeah.
I don't really like a lot of no blocks coming in, but there's not much you can do to stop it.
Yeah. No, I mean we've
Kick
seen
a no
some.
block to kick out a no block. So
Yeah, I mean one
which is
leaves,
kind
one
of what we
comes
had
in.
happen.
I think it's going to be a revolving door. They're going to get bored, leave. Another one's going to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we have to say that they have been playing nice for the most part. They haven't tried to dominate observatories or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a couple of null block proxy wars here over some structures. There's not many of those. There's no goon structures left that I know of, so that's probably over, isn't it?
Well, technically, the structures were sold off, right?
Or yeah, that's right. They were sold.
They didn't really die in glory.
The pleasure hub died, but the rest of them were sold. Okay.
There's one in Ala, if I remember right.
It's
that
a
was
free
sold
port.
off.
Yes, there's a new free port in Ala, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully that saves it.
Well, who knows?
Yeah. It all depends who owns it and whatnot. I mean, that's one of the things. Like, I am a structure owner, and if I could, I would put one up and just put one up as a free port market for everyone. Be like, fuck it. You want it gone? Go ahead and kill it. Like, I wouldn't do anything to it besides fuel it and put shit in it. Like put all the fill out the entire structure properly, make it a free port market, and then if people want to kill it, I just be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You killed something I was offering to everyone, but that's me. So
yeah, let's hope that in the future CCP decides to let us drop structures with enough standing.
that'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting. I've went back and forth on the structure idea in Pochfin. I feel like they need different mechanics around them in order to maintain them. Just because you have the standing there, right? Because what's people going to do is just put their highest standing character in some random corp and put something up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna have to be some kind of maintainable thing that the corporation or alliance has to do.
My big thing, I've had this argument. I mean, I've been all like, if you've listened to previous episode or watched them on YouTube or even watched them live on Twitch, I've said like I'd love to see something with standing requirements to put structures up, or like buy charters like you used to have to do or shit like that. But now I'm kind of the fuck it, dude. All structures should die, and then the systems that don't have stations, why can't the triangles just put up a new NPC station? Just put up one.
Well, I think we should be able to put iHub up, right? Just throw up an old iHub and then or old station egg, and just let it build out and go for it.
Do something, but just to get around the whole structure bullshit, since we have multiple systems that don't have anything in it,
Especially home systems.
just throw up one NPC station. Fuck it. You solve the problem right there. Everyone would be all okay with burning all the structures down for the most part, and no one would bat an eye. Like, it's just a weird situation in my opinion. Like, I don't want it. I want us to be able to put structures down, but I also don't want the say I left Kybernauts Clade, I could just make my own corp and just start throwing down structures willy nilly. Because if it was like 7.0, I had the standing for
Oh, don't worry, we kill him.
it. I know you would. Kybernauts would definitely hunt me down.
Nah. I don't think we've hunted anyone down since they left.
No, we have.
Who do we hunt down?
It starts with a B.
No. Remember, he stayed in our system, right?
Yeah,
He
but we
stayed in
still. But
Kino.
he
Well,
is. But we
yeah, because
still murder him whenever we can.
well, that's because he turned around and shot our station like the minute that he left. So he started it. We didn't do it first. I'm a nice guy until I get pushed too far.
Yep. But yeah, no, it's a weird situation. I do think they need to add some different mechanics and fucking. We brought this up multiple times. Our LP store is goddamn broken. Like, there you go. There's your fix. Fix something. I mean, if they were to go to structures or something like that, like for pro triangles to put up structures, like fix the LP
Special
store while you're at it.
cores.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Like LP store cores, but you have to have it's standings locked too.
Yeah, and it changes the color of the station to a red theme.
Oh, I'm drooling a little bit now.
See, I think we should get our own stations. Let's just go ahead and just blow CCP's burn here, their burn rate. Just go ahead and make new structure designs, everything. Just do it all for this small faction, this small
Yeah.
piece of space.
Yeah, why
Let's
not?
just do it.
They can only be put in 27 systems. It's all good.
I think we should move the alliance tournament to Potchman too.
Ooh. Actually, I've been mulling that over a little bit. I think if we're doing totality again, totality day again, like mainly as a player movement, CCP no involvement. I think I'm gonna have to start learning goddamn Thunderdome. I think that's my goal for leading up to it this coming year.
Well, me and Kylon thought of Thunderdome and Como, but we got interrupted.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
do,
no,
we
no.
do need to do more fights there.
Well, we have Como. We have the Como Fight Club. Use it. It's the place for triangles to dispute their grievances with each other in a friendly manner. No, I'm talking about like learning Thunderdome to do a tournament for Totality Day.
Oh, word.
That'd be
Learn how
great.
to
Really-
run it right.
I think that there should be a thing like where if you go into one of the systems in a home system, where you can go in and have a Thunderdome and fight over a prize once enough people get in there. Not just have it spawn X amount of time, but when there's enough people in of different alliances, bam, it starts.
Yeah.
Last man standing gets it.
So one new thing that there is that's sort of relevant is there's new edencon sites in LoSec.
Wait, what?
The
Oh,
Aegis.
the Argus
Yeah.
or Aegis, whatever the fuck it's called. The thing that us triangles don't care about.
Well, I mean, it's still content based
Yeah, it is.
around the trig versus edencon things, right?
Yeah, and it's hard to tell who the sites are, who's meant to run the sites, because we found that they are very much more difficult to run if you are negative to edencon, because there are gun stars, heavy gun stars, all over the place in the thing. So getting in the first room is very difficult if you are edencon negative. So being edencon positive actually helps you, and you lose if you complete the site. You lose a tiny bit of edencon standing, because Aegis and edencon standings are merged now. They used to be separate, but they're not anymore, as far as I can tell. And yeah, you lose a tiny bit of standing for completing the site. There's a bowhead in the second room that you have to tackle and kill. It's got some mystery loot in it. I don't know what it does yet or how it's valuable.
Yeah. No, I mean, even those drone sites, I've heard some weird things. Like, one of our guys does a lot of sleeper data sites and stuff like that, and he's like, "It's the same loot. Like, Why fight over something when you can just do data sites and get the same thing?
Well, some
The
people
over,
want to combat.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I like pew-pewing, so I totally get it.
you're talking about the Postman data sites, the
Yeah,
Overmind Nursery.
yeah, the Overmind nurseries. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit strange too. That's they say data site, but I don't think there's any hacking, is there?
No, but you get the same thing. You can get the same loot out of sleeper data sites. Like it's no different. It's just
Oh, okay.
you do actual combat instead of yeah, Tommy, there is a little bit different loot, but I mean some of it's the same stuff that drops. There is some unique stuff that drops. A lot of it's the same from what I've heard. Yeah, whatever. The covert sites, yep. Yeah, I don't do that scanning and wormholing and data stuff. I just find Pakvin and hop through the wormhole.
So yeah, the new Aegis Losec site, you can run it in a Tech 3 cruiser. You have to both do combat and hack. One of the second room hack is really difficult, at least to me. Terrible. Barely done any hacking in this game. But
Yeah,
you can make as many tries as you want, I think.
I think the funniest talking about hacking. I think the funniest hack was one of our guys does a lot of wormholing and data sites and relic sites, and went to hack something, and the first node he clicked finished the hack.
Oh
Like
damn!
he was literally pigeonholed where he could only click that one, and he clicked it and finished the hack.
Wow.
Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not.
Yeah, sometimes it blows up on you and destroys your ship.
No, never.
But yeah, no, I mean, but it's, I mean, we can go on for days. I do like that they did finally add something different to Pakvin. Yeah, the Argus sites are cool. Like there's some fun things on. I do mine a lot. So personally, I'm excited that uh Pakvin ores are going to be able to get compressed, and there's actually be crystals for abyssal ores. So I'm excited about that personally. Um, I know everyone's hit or miss on the whole idea of
Yeah, I'd have to
scarcity
say
ending,
our miners are excited as well.
but I'm happy for it because we can finally move that shit instead of it taking me forever to move it around.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
the worst part of the ore right now. I'm a bit of a miner myself, and I'm just like, man, this means that I can take more than Spotomane in and out really easily.
Yep, you compress it and bam, one Miasmo's trip and you got almost all of your crap out instead of. I think the last time I did it, I had to do 11 trips, and then I flew my freighter over to move it, and it was like, oh, that was like 45% of my freighter. Cool.
I won't pretend to understand all the numbers because the miners are just like nonstop talking numbers these days.
Yeah, they are.
But it sounds like it's going to make Postman mining a even better than it is now. So it's a good reason to mine again.
Yeah. I think the home fields are going to get destroyed instead of timing out at what 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be nice because that means they'll cycle more. But I'm just happy that like we finally can use them. We can finally actually like wham bam thank you ma'am the entire field's out and you know for people like me who are dumb and put up structures, I can start building shit. So
Yeah.
let's see what Opus.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this new quad. Like, there's some stuff I agree with in this new patch coming out. The crystals, the compression. I
Yep.
think anything good for Potchman, I'm all for. There's a lot of stuff that for the rest of Eve, I think is bad. But it's been kind of I think a lot of the alliances out here have had a dream for a while to be able to, farm the home systems, right? And be able to
Yeah.
move it around. and it just wasn't possible for a small alliance to do that with the current non-compression.
I think even with a big alliance, it wasn't really possible either, because what are you going to do? Everyone's going to spend like 2 hours trying to get everything out of Pakvin and Miasmos. So
Right. And now orcas can compress, so it's going to be a different ball game. I think you're going to make more content.
you can orca hunt more, which is good for me.
If I read right, you can also compress in a porp. So this makes a lot more opportunity open up for everybody.
Yeah, you'll just have like a porp with a Miasmos next to it, cloaked up, waiting to steal the compressed ore and fly off with it. Which would be a little bit safer than an orca, because an orca will definitely get hopped on. I mean, whenever Kybernaut sees an orca, I mean, we're like flies to a bat on shit. Like everyone's logging on the second someone, everyone's logging on hoping to kill it. So yeah, I could see porps getting used a lot more, which would be cool. I mean, I'm game with it. I mean, not as good as boost as an orca, but
not by much.
Yeah, but
if
everyone
you're max skilled.
Yeah. One of my tunes is max skilled, so it isn't much, but it does, in my mind, it makes a difference. Because I quad box, so the difference is, noticeable enough for me. If I had more characters, if I had like, a 9-man fleet of miners, yeah, I wouldn't even blink an eye about using a porpoise.
Now think about this though. You can have a compact industrial core on your orca now and get even better boosts and better everything. So maybe you have fights on the orca.
I think that will start happening. I was looking into that in particular just because I do ice mine quite a bit. So I was looking at it like, well, I can get some of this stuff to run this by myself. Like battles over orcas probably going to start happening a lot more. The only thing is I have some questionable things about how they change some of the mining ships, because I always have felt like if you had a fleet of like 20 procs and some idiots hop in, some battle procs from today will be paper tigers when that patch comes through. Since they're losing mid slots, and everyone's like, oh, but they're getting 2 more low slots.
Maybe we should talk a little bit about that, some of your issues with some of those
Well,
changes.
I mean, I get why they're making those changes. They're trying to push people towards Tech 2 ships, which is fine with me. I do think it's kind of dumb what they did with the Venture, because broke ass new bros can't just be like, oh fuck, I'll just go through this wormhole and nab some gas, and I already paid for 4 more ventures or 5 more ventures just with this one load. The barges I have an issue with, because they basically streamlined them all and removed certain things from some of the ships, and it's like, why did you do that? Oh, it did get its gas hole back? I didn't pay attention to it. They've been posting too much stuff. Thanks for that.
I
But
think they still nerfed the Venture overall because they took away like some of the yield bonuses.
Yep.
So you couldn't be so profitable and couldn't get so much from the Venture.
Yeah.
They did roll back the barges. Sorry, the expedition frigate changes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love some of the expedition frigates. I fly them like a madman. But the barges kind of bugged me a little bit. I used to be back in the day. Like this is like 2000 when I was hard mining. This is between like 2008 and 2015. Like I used the retriever like a freaking idiot all the time just because of the ore hold, so I could stay on the field longer. But I don't like how they kind of like made all of them basically the exact same. Like they cookie cuttered every single one. Like, hey, they're all gonna have the same high, mids, and low amount of slots, and they'll just have slight variations. I don't like that change. I know they're trying to push people into, the exhumers, some more expensive shit can blow up, and I have lost a few of those already. But it just makes me, hesitate a little bit. Like, why are they doing this? Like, yes, scarcity is ending. Yes, scarcity is ending. I do like that they went back on their Tech 1 waste lossages and basically made it so like there is no waste from Tech 1, but it's super fucking slow, which is cool. There's no more waste. Does make a new bro feel bad, but I mean Tech 2 you should be able to wiggle something in that works well. I mean, I can't say anything. I already bought like 15 or 20 ore strip miners just so I can get around the whole crystal and wastage thing.
Yeah, but in Pochven, that doesn't matter unless you're hitting the R64.
Yeah.
Waste doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're
No,
going to
waste
use
doesn't really
T2
matter.
crystals, B type, and just burn it down and go to the next.
Yep. Which is perfectly fine with me. I just struggle from like, I used to be a dirty, disgusting high sec miner, so I'm going from the scared new bro point of view on mining, where that's typically your first way to make real money, and that's the only thing that kind of perturbs me a little bit. I don't mind. I mean, the Rorqual, they could do so much. Like they should have done so much to it years ago already, pretty much before Rorquals Online came into existence. But some of the changes though, I do appreciate. I do like that they started adding ice holds and gas holds, um, changing it up a little bit, adding compression, um, compressing it in space, which totally needs to get redone. And I know that they're holding off on it now, but it totally needs to fucking be redone.
What about the PI coming from R4s?
That's fucking dumb. Just leave my minerals. Like, all right, I have 4 1 month full moons. I'm literally, they're all R4s. They're all piece of shit horseshit moons. It's not like, oh, I've got like 8s or 16s. No, they're all shitty fucking R4s. And all I am selling is the reaction materials. I am hoarding the shit out of that pyrite and mex because that's the only minerals I can't get out of Pokémon. I can't say anything already. I'm almost already up to 100 million pyrite and like 8 million mex. So
I've actually got to pop out and go. I got a meeting before a meeting, so
all right, later, Opus.
Opus, see you around, dude.
I'll see you in about half an hour, Opus.
yep. Bye, y'all. Good chat.
Um, but I think that's weird. I understand that they're trying to fill a hole or something, but in reality, what I think they should do instead of P1 minerals, PI1 minerals, or PI zeros, whatever the plan is. I glossed over it because I was more interested in some of the other stuff. I think they should have just doubled the amount of reaction materials out of it because those moon goo reaction materials help make so much shit. Like, why not increase that instead of throwing PI in and making people feel bad for running PI and factory planets and stuff like that?
They really need to improve the UI for PI.
Yeah, they do. PI needs a real workover. But I just feel bad for people. Like I've been trying to work on setting up like all my alts. My main is too much of a battle hardened, like basically can't mine for shit character. Like literally still fly procure on it when I'm doing my 4-man fleets, mining my moon goo. But all my 3 other alts, they've just been spooling up stuff to start getting PI rolling since I'm going to start building ships. And it's just like, why? Like everything I'm reading on it, I'm just like, dude, they need to rework this shit so fucking bad. Like, I'm sure when it first came out, yeah, it was fun, new, interesting, and now it's just a tedious, boring task.
There's a lot of things they could revamp. I
Yeah.
personally don't like the skill UI now. I don't like it at all. I liked it
I
before.
yeah, I don't like how it shows like it doesn't show like the skill point totals and shit like that. It just gives you the times.
You got to mouse over everything to figure it out. It's like, ugh.
And sometimes when you're clicking on something to, it'll pull up something that was just underneath what the pop-up was, and then you have to move your
Oh
mouse
yeah.
around. And I'm just like, really,
It's
you
like,
couldn't think like to make it so it doesn't pull up what's right underneath of what you clicked on, but what can
eh,
you
it's our Apple-esque
do?
UI.
Yeah, right. I mean, I do have to say Micromancer's got it right. It's better than the old one was, but to me personally, it's not as good as the OG one.
I do
I'm
like
not
the
that old
shareable
either.
plans. The
Oh,
shareable plans is cool.
that I will give a giant nod to. The shareable plans is fucking huge. Like that is anyone comes into, anyone from the Triangle Coalition's groups that are part of it, like that's instantaneous. Like, hey, this is our Lashaks that we fly. Here's your skill plan for it.
Yep.
Here's your Nessers. Here's your Zarmzods. Here's like Vedmek. Like everything is just bam right there. Makes it so much easier instead of trying like when I'm on my main, people are like, "What skills do you need?" I'm like, "I don't know. I have like 130 million skill points. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to tell you what you're missing?" Like, I have no idea. But the shareable skill plans, yes, that was a nice touch. All right, what else? Is there anything else you guys want to kind of touch on? I do have to. I'm keeping this one under an hour because at 1900 I have a fireside to go to. So got about what 23ish minutes. Or anyone watching have anything you want to cover?
Yeah,
Well,
let's hear from the audience.
Yeah.
to give a shout out to Purple Helmeted Warriors for learning to love Poshvin.
Oh yeah, one of our guys has been flying with them and is Kiki killing stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah, they're very
They're good
friendly. They're very friendly. At least their voices are. Uh, their ships may not be, but
True,
Yeah,
but
we love
it
we
is
love
pop.
everyone. We
and
love
there's
them.
still a lot of we're still seeing a lot of well, not a lot of new groups coming in to run the observatories.
Mhm.
Let's see, Red Alliance is one that's been here a lot lately.
I actually wanted to comment on that. We, Red Alliance has been coming in a lot, and I know that they show up on our kill feeds a lot. And it was funny. This is like yesterday or the day before. I was looking at our kill feeds before because I didn't get home till late last night. It sucked because we got our first snow in Michigan, which means a shit ton of accidents all over the fucking roads because everyone forgets how to drive in the snow. Um, but like I know I was down at my parents' house for Thanksgiving and I was reading through and I was laughing because we had kills with Volta um, on Red Alliance. Like some of our guys were killing Red Alliance with Volta, which made me fun, which made me laugh because a lot of the times Volta is shooting us.
Well, sometimes you just got to group up and take somebody out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. Sometimes you do. Sometimes it's just fuck it, like small fleet of people. I know nanocurrency out of the network has been coming in a little bit now too. Um, they've been, nanocurrency is Noir's small gang alliance corporation in the alliance. No, they've started popping up more because I haven't seen. It's been a couple months since I've seen Noir Bros in Pochman, so that was kind of interesting.
Seeing more out of Triglavian Unity as well.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we engaged some of their hull tank gnosis the other night. I hate those things. God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it's been fun. I mean it's been entertaining for us. I mean I always tout that we're kind of bloodthirsty maniacs in Pochvan, so when we do get to fight people, it's a lot of fun. So I like that people have been popping in and touring the area and doing dumb shit that, you know, all of a sudden we bubble fuck the shit out of a gate and they drop in on it and they get screwed because of that. It's fun. Like,
I think it's good that if we can get more small groups in the triangle,
yeah,
you know, without having big massive blobs, it would make for better fights and make for more fights. It'd be a
yeah.
little bit more action without being oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kind of harkening back to the opening days of Pokemon, where everyone was a free for all, and outside of quote unquote your systems, and even in your systems, you could potentially get fucked. But but there's still enough travel through it nowadays compared to then that, like, well, you'll pick up random people here and there that doing dumb stuff. Like, there was a super salty dude that one of the guys from Kybernauts killed today, and I mean super salty. It's like, dude, what do you expect in a frigate when someone hops on you on in a Hecate? You're gonna die. Like,
And I saw that in-game email, and I was like,
oh
"Whoa, dude, you need to turn that down about 5 notches. You're in Pockfin. Deal with it."
yeah. You're in a space that no one gives a fuck what you have to say, and they're gonna kill you.
They might ransom you and then kill you anyways.
Yeah, we'll kill your shuttle. We will kill your shuttle if we can.
We will kill anything we can.
Sometimes shuttles have really nice pods in them too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes they're doing blingy pod transport.
Yeah. Dude, it's like some of the shit that people pull in Pokemon. It's like, dude, you wouldn't do this in Nullsec. Why the fuck are you doing this here? Like, where this is supposed to be, well, it's touted as the small gang's paradise. Like, you should know flying solo and flying something blingy solo, like, is just typically a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, gate camps are a lot more popular now since they took the drifters and sleepers off the gate.
Yeah, drifters, sleepers, edencon, triangles.
I mean, we still get edencon on the gate a lot. We
But
don't
it's
see
not
we
as
only
frequent.
see host spoder response fleets on the gate now
Yeah.
from the trig side. So
It's-
you have to go shoot a werepost to get those guys to show up.
It's not as frequent as it used to be, though.
No,
It used to be like there was always some form of fleet on the gate grid at all times, pretty much. There maybe
And
be
you
like
just
5
pray
minutes.
it's not sleepers.
Yeah, because you blow up before you even land on the gate.
It's like, wait, why am I in Jeddah?
I got the Jitter Express service. Yeah.
But
No,
that insta lock and scram is pretty lame.
yeah, oh, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah, we ran into a couple when we were going out to the Smokey kill. We ran into a couple edencon fleets on the gate grid, and we all kind of chuckled because all of us that were dual standings were like, don't give a fuck. And there's people screaming behind us, I got caught.
Yeah, it's definitely. It takes a lot of work to maintain, especially if you want to run observatories to maintain edencon positive standing.
Yeah,
No.
I'm trying to be a daywalker for good myself because I only run one character. I have one account, one character. And being edencon hostile when you're going between things in high sec is a great way to get blapped.
Oh, you
Yep.
mean like the 2 billion ISK I lost when I first went trig positive?
Oof.
Yeah, I lost a bunch of shit really fast.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it was
remember
not
when I was new to this game and I moved to Nullsec, I lived in frat space, and I was afraid of the trig guns in Obi.
great.
I lost a few ships to them, and I was like, damn, how do I fix this? And they're like, oh, just shoot some edencon and you'll be fine. I'm like, And then I found out about the triangle.
And then you joined us glorious triangles in triangle space. Yeah, no, I mean, I know some guys that always bitched and moaned because I took the slow way to 7.0 standings with Triggs because I'd gotten nuked and lost so much ISK to edencon that I was like, nope, I'm never going negative with them again because I move shit around in high sec a lot. I travel through edencon systems a lot. Like we did we whelped a fucking fleet of Garmers, which is funny, but like we were all dying when the system right before we hopped into nullsec was an edencon minor victory system, and there was the weird posts sitting out by the gate, and one of our guys was like, "Well, I'm back in Jeddah," and
At
it's
least
like,
going back is pretty quick, you know.
yeah. And well, we were all chuckling. We're like, "Well, just fly back. We're waiting. Like a couple new people just logged in. Like you got time. Just get another ship and fly back."
Welcome to Pockfin.
No, it was more like, "Welcome to this is why you should shoot sleepers and try to keep your standing up." Just because I don't know, we love our Saturday night invasions in Kybernauts Clade, so we travel through high sec sometimes to get to low secs to go into nulls. So it's like, all right, got to travel through these systems, and trying to avoid those is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I always think it's funny because edencon players, they did get boned when, you know, everything happened, but were they fighting for anything but the return to the status quo?
No,
You
not
got
really.
your status quo. What do you
They were
want?
fighting. They were fighting for the 10% mining boost in their systems. Mm,
I do feel bad for them though, sometimes. Sometimes. Just come to the Triglavian side, it's more fun.
yeah.
Well, now they get NPC protection from us in the system, fortresses and minor victories, and we don't. I don't. Triggs don't go on the gate anymore, do they?
Triggs or edencon don't show up at the gate anymore,
Oh, okay.
which kind of is a bummer. I do miss everyone crying and doing that great spaghetti pasta that I was excited to see during the Smokey kill.
Yeah, that was great.
That was like the most perfectly, like everyone fucking loved that shit.
It's like
Um,
the SEAL Team 6 copy pasta.
Who the fuck even thought about an invasion? That one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a oldie goldie.
Yeah. No, it was fun. Yeah, no, it's interesting. All right, let's start getting into our wrap down for the episode today. We'll keep it
Sure.
kind of short-ish. Won't do my normal drift into like, oh, it's only gonna be an hour show, and then all of a sudden it's like an hour and a half later.
We're happy.
So my shout out and my kill of the week. Well, my kill of the week is Smokey. I haven't been able to PvP much this week since I was far away from my computer for Thanksgiving. So that was my only kill. I don't think I shot anything else. And my shout out is for the Triangles having their fun pew pewing Smokey down, and actually for Pandemic Horde coming out and helping us make sure it got deleted.
I'll go next, I guess. My favorite kill was we caught a rote Capel Loki salvaging.
Oh,
I believe it was it was in Kuhara. I combat scanned it. That was my favorite kill.
nice.
Any shout outs, Kylon?
That was my shout out.
That is your shout out? Okay. Your shout out and your kill. Reese, anything fun? I mean, you can call it the exact same thing I did.
I mean, and I was in on the Smokey kill. I'm not a big PvPer myself, you know, but it really felt good being on 2 timers for Smokey And shout out to the group, even though they didn't show up for the last timer. I hope they do well in Eve, and that we can still be the right kind of enemies to each other
Yeah.
and generate content.
I
And
don't think it's ever gonna go away.
we can hope. We can hope it lasts forever. But shout out to some good friends over in Bread and Pew that I've been flying around with, having a good time, doing some mining. But I hope that everybody keeps having fun in the triangle.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Our glorious fun that is blowing up other ships, and soon to be mining when all those crystals and reprocessing happens.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, dude. All right, so we got that done. Any last comments? I got a couple more minutes before I gotta start getting ready since I'm an officer for my fireside.
I'm looking at chat. Somebody was asking us to reintroduce
Yeah,
ourselves.
I'm Sabbat from Cybernauts Glade.
I'm Reese. I fly with Strival Clay.
I'm Kylon. I fly with Toast.
All right, let's do one last little thing. Name one specific. Kylon, you've done this with me a lot. Name only one ship that you wish Triggs could have. Like a class of ship.
Recon ship.
Oh, that would be nice. I didn't think about recons. That'd be good. What kind of ECM or
Well, I mean, essentially there is already a trig recon ship. It's the Hydra.
yeah.
So yeah, it'd be nice if there was more of those. I guess is what I'm saying.
I do.
A cloaky, something with a cloak and a disintegrator.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do agree with everyone. Like a T3C or a T3D would be cool, but we're gonna keep out of the tier threes. We'll just keep it at Tech twos. What about you, Reese? Is there anything specific? Like just
I
one
would
ship?
say Dreadnought, but I know what's going to happen. If there's a Dreadnought, they'll nerf the Lashak into the ground.
Well, there is a dreadnought.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking about a carrier.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Just think about it. Or a Marauder.
Oh, a Lashak Marauder. Let me be dirty. For me,
But
myself. Okay,
yeah.
go ahead, Reese. No, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking about it for a minute. Just think about if it was a Marauder, it would have like 2 beams.
No. Oh, 2 disintegrators on it. Oh. And say it can only use 2 disintegrators when it's in Bastion. But Bastion, it would have to last longer.
Yeah.
Or there'd have to be some rate of fire bonus so it could spool up faster.
Wouldn't that be fun? What
Yeah,
about yours? Come on, let's hear it.
Well, they already kind of have it. It's an AT ship. I want a bomber, though. I want, like, a disintegration bomber. Like, I'm weird like that. I love my cloaky ships. I mean, I fly pacifiers and hounds and nemesises around, like, all the time. So, I think a
So how
bomber.
do you have a bomb that spools up?
No, it doesn't need to spool up, but doing a dual damage bomb would just be interesting because, most people are expecting, oh, well, if it's Nemesis, it's all thermal. Well, you're doing thermal explosive, so
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's
you're
simple enough.
you're hitting on 2 damage types. Maybe do damage over time bomb would be interesting. Yeah, it does like a cloud. Does like a cloud and does more
The thing
damage the
about the
longer you're stuck in it.
carrier, though, think about Kikis as your fighters.
Oh shit.
That would be fun.
Spooling up fighters. Oh, that'd be so fucking dirty.
Oh,
I still see I still am gonna harken back to that. I still want them to come out with Triglavian drones.
yes, please.
Let Triglavian drones. Let them start at lower damage and spool up to higher damage than most like drones. Like that would be fucking awesome. Like I'd be all about that. Like that'd be the coolest thing ever. All
I
right.
think it would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, dude. And I've seen some cool excuse me again. I think it'd be cool to not cool. I think it's cool the player made ideas for the drones. Like just fucking the player's already made the model for you. Just steal it.
Yeah, just make them ramp up damage so
Mhm.
it's not like, oh, bing, bing, done.
Yeah.
You know.
It fills a niche that doesn't exist in drones, where you're putting drones on something for a long period of time instead of hopping targets to just pester people.
And another thing for you to skill inject into so they make more money.
Exactly. And knowing me, I will race to like specialization 5 as fast as I can.
Yeah, of
like
course.
like I did with all of my triggs skills. But all right, well let's end it here. I mean, I love we can talk happy fun times triggs. Maybe I'll have an episode where further down the line where we can get back into the weeds about random shit that we wish Triglavians could have. But otherwise, triangles and those of you watching, keep murdering people.
It's a pleasure to be on here, Sabbat,
Yeah.
honestly. Thanks for having me.
Yep, you're welcome.
Hell yeah.
And thanks for joining. All right, guys. Later.
All right, dude. See you around.